Welcome back to MDL Crochet. Today's stitch is this, the diagonal eyelet. It is a stitch that is worked in the multiples of 4 plus 1. My chain that I have done is a chain of 25. So that's 24 plus 1. So let's get to it, okay? And remember to like and subscribe my videos if you can, and leave me a comment. It'd be greatly appreciated. So let's get to this stitch. Alright, as I said, this stitch is called the diagonal eyelet. The stitch is done in multiples of 4 plus 1. So my chain is 25, which is 24 plus 1. And the foundation row is done the same. So you'll go through the back loop of the second chain down and pull up a loop. So let's go ahead and get that going. Alright, we have our loops up. So let's go ahead and count. Don't be afraid to count. The most seasoned crocheters and Tunisian crocheters, they count. We still count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 22, 23, 24, 25. I have 25 loops. I started out with 25, so that's good. So now we chain 1. It's a normal return pass. So chain 1 and pull through 2. So let's go ahead and pull through 2 all the way down to the end. And there's our foundation chain. Okay. Then what we're going to do here is we're going to be doing some stuff a little bit different. You're going to learn a new stitch here in a minute. But what we're going to do first is we're going to do a Tunisian simple stitch. Okay. Now you're going to yarn over because you're wanting to skip this one. That's how you're creating your eyelet. So yarn over and you're going to go through the back post here. But this is where you're going to do something a little different. This is called the special Tunisian simple stitch. Is you're going to go through the post and then there's that chain right above it that separates the two different posts. You're going to go into that chain and then pull up a loop. And then 2 more simple stitches. Yarn over because you're skipping. And you're going to do the special. Pull through and there you are. Now 2 more simple stitches. And these special simple stitches are only going to be done on this foundation row. So it's not something you need to practice and learn over and over and over. Okay, so we got our 2. Now we're going to go ahead and yarn over because we're skipping and we're doing the special into this one. So you grab the post and then you're going to go right through that chain. Bingo. And then 2 more simple stitches. Yarn over because you're skipping. And then you're going to go through this and through the chain. So there's the special. And then 2 more simple stitches. Always followed by 2. Yarn over, skipping, and we're going into this as a special. And there we are. And then 2 more until we get close to the end because we've got to do something a little different. So we're not going to do the special here at the end. We have 3 left. So we're going to yarn over because we're skipping it, and we're going to do a regular simple stitch. And now fold your bend down to the row you just closed, fold your work into it, and then pull up a loop. And count. Don't be afraid to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. From 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 and 25. So now it's a normal return pass. So chain 1, pull through 2, all the way down to the end till you just have 1 loop on your hook. Okay, so we got our first row done, really, when you think about it. So now we want the eyelets to go diagonally towards our right hand. So we're going to skip this one. So we're yarning over now. And we're going to grab the yarn. I don't know if you can see it right here. This one, it's technically a back post, but how it comes up. So forward. And it's right there. Is that one right there? You're just going to grab it and pull up a loop, just like a simple stitch. And then 2 more simple stitches. 1, 2, yarn over, because we're skipping so we can offset our eyelets. And then you're just going to go right through that, pull up a loop. All right, 2 more simple stitches. 1, 2, yarn over, because we're skipping. And we're going to go through that back post right there that you, boom, pull up a loop, and then 2 more simples. Always followed by 2 simple stitches. Yarn over, pull up your loop, and 2 more simples. Yarn over, pull up your loop, and 2 more simple stitches. Yarn over, because we're skipping, pull up your loop. Now we're here. We're almost at the end. So you're going to do a simple stitch, and then drop down and do your regular end closer like we always do. And then you pull up. That counts as your second simple stitch. So go ahead. If you want to count, please count. I'm going to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. From 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 and 25. So we're going to do a standard return pass. We already pulled up a loop, so we chain 1 and then pull through 2. And you're going to pull through 2 all the way till the end. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and finish. We're finishing up the row. Now we moved our eyelet here. So what are we going to do? We're just going to go right into this bar that was part of the eyelet. It's that long bar that we normally would go into. So let's go ahead and pull it up a loop, and then it's 2 simple stitches. So 1 and 2. Now yarn over, and we're going to go through that loop. Now we yarned over because we're skipping. So 2 more simple stitches. 1 and 2. Yarn over because we're skipping, and go into this right there. Pull up a loop, and then 2 more simples. And we're yarning over because we're skipping. Go into that one. Pull up a loop, and 2 more simple stitches. Yarn over because we're skipping this one. Going into that one. It's very similar every row, just the ending and beginning changes. And then 2 more simple stitches. Okay, and then we're going to yarn over because we're skipping, and we're pulling up a loop, and then we're going to do 2 more simple stitches. And since we're at the edge, we're not going to do anything special. We're just going to do the normal end closure. And then chain 1, and it's the return pass as always. Pull through 2 till you only have 1 loop left on your hook. Okay, so we're finishing the row. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 simple stitches, and then we're going to yarn over because we're skipping, and then we're going to pick that one up on that's part of the eyelet, and then do 2 more simple stitches. Yarn over because we're skipping, pick the I don't know if you want to call it back post, long post, saggy post. Call it whatever you will, whatever you want, that way you remember. So we pulled one up there, and then we need 2 more simples. A yarn over because we're skipping, saggy post, and then 2 more simples. A yarn over, saggy post. I was about to yarn over again, but I split that yarn. 2 more simple stitches. Yarn over because you're skipping. Go to the saggy post. And the most common thing with it, most common mistake with this stitch is the yarn overs. And as you can see, the pattern starting to come out. It's stair stepping, and that's what we've been going for. And once we grab the saggy post, we do 2 more Tunisian simple stitches. So that leaves us with 2 stitches left. This post and then our end. So we're going to go ahead and yarn over because now we're creating the eyelet again. We're not going through that. We're just going to go ahead and go through our bottom and end it off like we normally would. Okay. Now chain 1 and pull through 2. And you're going to pull through 2 all the way to the end till you only have 1 on your hook. And that is really the stitch. You just got to remember when you need to skip one, and pretty much the ending and beginning. Once you figure out when you need to skip one, everything else flows. So we're going to do a couple more rows together. So here we only got 1 simple stitch to do, and then we're going to yarn over because we're skipping, going through the saggy post, and then 2 more simple stitches. Yarn over because we're skipping, saggy post, and 2 more simple stitches. Yarn over, then go through the saggy post, and then 2 more simple stitches. Yarn over, because we're skipping, saggy post, 2 more simple stitches. Yarn over, because we're skipping, and 2 more the saggy post, and then 2 more simple stitches. And then yarn over, because we're skipping, saggy post, and then our closure. Our row is closed now. So chain 1 and pull through 2. All the way down to the end. All right, so we're here. So now, because of our stepping, we're skipping this one. So we're going to yarn over and then grab the, because we're skipping that one, grab the saggy post and pull up a loop. And then 2 more simples. Yarn over because we're skipping, go through the saggy post, and then 2 more simples. Yarn over, skipping, going through the saggy post, 2 more simple stitches. Yarn over, we're skipping, and we're going into the saggy post. Pull up a loop and then 2 more simple stitches. Yarn over, we're skipping and we're going into the saggy post. Pull up a loop and then 2 more simple stitches. Yarn over because we're skipping, saggy post, and we can only do 1 simple stitch there, and then we'll go ahead and do our normal end closure. So pull up a loop, and everything is working well together. You can see, let me go ahead and do the pull through. So chain 1 and pull through 2 to the end. All right. Now as you can see, this stitch is coming out really well. You can see the diagonal eyelets, and they're coming along really well. And that is the basis of this stitch. I'm going to do a few more rows off camera, and then we'll talk about the stitch. Back in just a moment. Alright, so we finished up, and I'm going to show you how to close this off. And it's very simple close off. It's this Tunisian simple stitch, slip stitch close off. So you just put your needle through the bar, pull up a loop, and cast off. Just doing this, your slip stitch, and then you're going to do it in the eyelet as well, on that the saggy bar. And you're going to do this all the way down to the end, and that's how you're going to close this pattern off. So I'm going to go ahead and do this all the way down to the end. So this is the diagonal eyelet. It has some stretch to it, some give. It'd make a really nice shawl, and whatever else you want to make with it, a blanket, etc. But that is the stitch. And as always, if you can give me a like and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. And remember, keep stitching.